Hello and welcome to CX Today. My name is Charlie, and today I'm delighted to be joined by Buddy Waddington, an Insights and AI Solutions Specialist Manager at Sprinklr. Buddy, thank you very much for joining us today. How are you doing?
Hey Charlie, doing all right. Really good and excited to be here. So thank you for having me.
Listen, well, it's great to have you, and I'm really excited to talk about Sprinklr's latest AI-powered innovations to support digital customer service and marketing. And one product in particular, which is called Sprinklr AI Plus. Can you maybe start by explaining a little bit about what Sprinklr AI Plus is and how this new offering aims to revolutionize the customer experience management market?
Yeah, absolutely. We're really excited to announce Sprinklr AI Plus. So essentially, what it is, it's a generative AI inclusive offering that unifies existing proprietary AI from Sprinklr alongside OpenAI's technologies. Across all four of Sprinklr's product suites. So Sprinklr Marketing, Sprinklr Service, Sprinklr Insights, and Sprinklr Social. And overall, Sprinklr AI Plus allows enterprises to harness and combine unstructured customer experience or CX data from 30 plus digital channels. So think of your social platforms, your messaging platforms, millions of different web, blog, news, forum sites with generative AI to do all sorts of things, to create content, to improve feedback and assistance, to quickly identify insights better and faster than before, and to assist customer conversations within the contact center, to name a few.
Excellent. Wow, 30 plus channels. That's quite something, especially for this kind of early stage of generative AI, I would say. But yeah, that's very impressive. So I guess maybe you mentioned there that it's across kind of four product areas. Could you maybe tell us a little bit about how Sprinkler AI Plus may help brands solve some of the biggest challenges within so some of those areas you mentioned, customer service, marketing, and social media engagement?
Yeah, absolutely. The first thing, just with your question to break down, is those brand challenges. So I first like to describe those as first one around the mismatch right now that customer expectations are having just from the brand realities and how those expectations and realities differ wildly, which then leads to a challenge of scale. So first, there's a massive gap, or really a mismatch, between customer expectations and then the ability for most businesses, especially the largest ones in the world, to meet those expectations. That's mostly come up, and we can know and feel this, right, as everyday consumers. With the rise of digital and of social, it's transformed, right, the customer journey to a point where it's infinitely more intricate, it's as immediate as ever possible, and there's an expectation for personalization. A latest stat from Salesforce that two-thirds of consumers expect companies to understand, right, their unique needs and expectations, and half of them expect every single offer to be personalized. But the world's largest companies have struggled to adapt to this new reality. That's mostly due, to the past several decades. Right, there's been optimization around cost. So brands have essentially optimized to deliver products as affordable and cheaply as possible to their widest customer base. That makes sense. But because optimizing for these costs, now because of that, brands now struggle, right, connecting the dots and the needs of customers who are now expecting such personalization. If you break down this expectation, right, it's pretty simple to understand, right? Consumers perceive the enterprise as a single entity, and so because of that, they just expect a one-to-one experience with themselves as consumers, and a seamless brand experience with the brand. But in reality, and as you very much know, it's incredibly difficult to realize this simple human-like expectation, right? Because one, and enterprises aren't unified. They're made up of multiple siloed divisions. And then because of that, right, they are then operating on totally different systems sometimes, and enterprises understanding the consumers is often fragmented because there's different data, there's different people working across these different divisions. So with that expectation of always having personalized offerings and to understand, right, the whole reality of a consumer, there's this scale problem that's being realized. from customers or from brands, pardon me, trying to deliver literally millions of different individual experiences each year. It's really difficult to do so. So what we have seen, right, is that this type of reality and mismatch can't be addressed or solved just by applying more people or more teammates to this problem, right? It requires technology. So this is where first Sprinklr, right, which we are focused on a unified CXM or a unified customer experience platform. This is the solution that we're positioning and that we're pushing. Importantly, though, and to really answer your question, it's underpinned by AI because AI is not just a nice to have or a valuable tool or capability to use. It's absolutely crucial and required to harness all of the CX data to deliver the experiences that are as human as possible and addressing this requirement, this need that customers now expect. So when we're looking at AI for CX, AI can enable CX professionals to work at the speed and the scale that these modern customers, right, you and I have included to that demand, right, by delivering millions of global interactions. And this is where then generative AI becomes critical. It enables that personalization at scale. And with generative AI, this is where brands can create, they can modify, they can tailor content and responses more quickly to operate at that scale and to fix that scaling problem. The one other exciting thing that I'll mention is that generative AI has created this interesting tipping point because it's truly captured, right, the attention of both consumers and enterprises as truly a technology that can help make lives easier, which is great. And so Sprinklr is employing this transformational technology to make a customer experience better in our aim, right, to make customers happier. So all of that being wrapped up, Sprinklr AI Plus helps teams to harness the available customer data that's around, right, in an advanced way efficiently, which is aiming to lead to quicker insights, personalized content faster, better and stronger marketing strategy, specific and more finalized customer responses faster, and much more.
I think you've done a really great job there, buddy, of kind of highlighting the problem and how AI can help solve that scalability issue within businesses. But it's kind of interesting for me now, maybe to kind of change the angle a little bit. You know, we've seen a lot of these generative AI solutions come out in the past month since the breakthrough of ChatGPT in November 2022. I guess maybe that my next question to you would be what then differentiates Sprinkler AI Plus from all those other AI driven solutions?
Yeah, totally fair question. Very fair and very good question. So I'll start off with first Sprinklr. We're standing on over a decade of CX, so customer experience specific AI development. We have an AI team that's over 200 people, and they have developed and delivered over 40 now AI capabilities that have been built specifically for CX or customer experience data. And it's been refined and fine tuned and against real world use cases and scenarios. Those 40 plus capabilities are powered by over 750 different out of the box models, and even beyond that, we've deployed over 1,250 customer specific AI models. So when it comes to leveraging the best in class AI techniques to power CX based AI, we're incredibly experienced upon that. We've deployed them live, which means we're always learning. Over the past decade, we've continuously improved when it comes to our model capabilities, which has led to maximize that model performance and accuracy. So I say that with all of those models working together at a high accuracy, right? We essentially leverage AI to do, if we simplify it as much as possible, to do one of two things: either derive insight or drive interaction. And so we're the only platform right now with the architecture and the suites that have unified all of this CX data and literally every single AI capability that we leverage in a unified code base. So there can be seamless, essentially, seamless interaction, right, across every customer facing function. So with that ground layer, now with AI Plus, Sprinkler AI Plus combines essentially our focused AI with generative AI in a way that one delivers AI generated recommendations and content, for agents, for marketers. It helps insight analysts or brand marketers who are interested in insights to get to that insight faster. These new generative AI features are seamless across every AI Plus capability, so it'll look and feel the same. It usually only takes 1 or 2 clicks. And then also too, it can provide the right guidelines to leverage generative AI responsibly, right? So that limits the risk for misuse in the way that we focus and apply these AI techniques within our platform. And overall, it provides more ways to work at modern speed and scale. A few examples of the specific capabilities, for instance, for customer service professionals, include from generative AI summarizing cases. So an agent has a brief summary of important context from previous conversations with that customer. So now, even if it's a brand new customer service professional, they now are fully seasoned and fully up to date with this particular case. We also offer through Sprinklr AI Plus reply assistance. So depending on the specific customer engagement, an agent can simply click a button to auto-generate a response to a customer message based off of previous responses, based off of an expert or an excerpt that's extracted from a knowledge base. And then from there, an agent can review this created content, modify it also through generative AI, whether that means modifying the tone, making it more expansive, paraphrasing it more, and even translating it from one language to the next, all to deliver again that more efficient and more effective customer engagement.
Yeah, that's a really advanced use case there. That's quite eye opening. The fact that you can already use generative AI to auto generate responses to customers with that agent in the loop, of course. Yeah, I think that's really amazing. I just want to. There's some great numbers in there too, but I just want to pick up on an earlier point you mentioned of how Sprinklr is using AI to drive insight and to drive interactions, as you put it. Just goes focusing on that kind of driving insight part. Could you maybe elaborate on how Sprinkler AI Plus will empower businesses to unlock key insights from within their data, such as from social media, for instance?
Yeah, absolutely. So what we're seeing and what we're championing with Sprinkler AI Plus is simply the more data, the better. Um, which is great. And there's more data that's being created all the time, right? A recent statistic is the number, this is fun for me, 2.5 quintillion bytes of data are created every day, which is shocking. I don't even know how to put that, that number into, wrap that around my head. But the tricky part and the opportunity is making sense of this data, right? And that requires AI. So this is where Sprinklr can ingest all of this unstructured data across the internet. So thinking of a multi-paragraph forum submission or a very snappy tweet to reviews. And we can pull all of that together and then make sense of it and analyze that data via specialized AI models. And these can be custom built for those use cases that are related to a specific insight effort. Just as a quick personal story, because my background's in emerging technology and research, I used to be sent to facilitate different focus groups around the country. And so I would spend 2 or 3 days having conversations, say over 2 different focus groups with 50 people. So I'd have 50 conversations. I would then analyze those conversations to pull out maybe a dozen different findings. And then from those dozen findings, I would perhaps deliver 2 or 3 valuable insights for a client at hand. So again, a week's worth of time at least to analyze 50 conversations. Where now with a platform like Sprinklr, I can do this now and analyze 500,000 messages instantly. And so this is the power of harnessing AI to truly organize this data. And so Sprinklr AI Plus comes in because it can help provide insights and that insights that are actionable from data across many use cases. For example, coming off when it comes to features that are in our limited available program right now that are live and ready to go. Sprinklr AI Plus helps develop the most accurate Boolean searches just within a single prompt or a single key term. And so from just the get-go, we're leveraging generative AI to identify the most accurate and the most sophisticated world of data for an insight analyst or for a brand team to pull in messages in the right way that is relinquished of certain noise and is as advanced as possible. And then from there, our AI is constantly understanding what really is a normal amount of volume whether that be a normal volume from a sentiment standpoint, from an overall mentions, from an engagement, and many more. And so for reputation management use cases, we can flag through our anomaly detection AI when there is all of a sudden a certain jump or statistical anomaly. So customers can further analyze and then respond if there is an emerging issue or potential crisis that's happening on social media.
Yeah, I mean, just from the examples that you gave there, the scope of this solution is quite incredible. I mean, you started off in the previous answer talking about how it can be applied to contact centers, but there really does seem to be a much broader audience for this innovation, which perhaps does set it apart as well from a lot of its competitors. Going back to another previous questions that I asked you. But maybe to dig deep into kind of one specific department, we maybe go back to the contact center. You mentioned how contact centers can use Sprinklr AI now to auto generate responses to customer questions. And I know that Sprinklr has also kind of recently gone into the CCaaS space with a CCaaS platform of its own. Are there any kind of standout features in Sprinklr AI Plus that can further support those contact center customers?
Yes, is the short answer to that. When it comes to CCaaS and to contact center, it's one of the places that we see the biggest differentiator. For it's all based off of similar conversations that have been about right on your channel around legacy contact centers. Right? Right now, the solutions are still, for the most part, dominated by voice and automated interactions that customers have turned sour on. Essentially, right? It hasn't evolved in the last 20 years. If I asked you, what's the last time you enjoyed calling a company? It may be difficult. I avoid it as much as I absolutely can. So there's lots of space for innovation here. And so that's where with Sprinklr AI Plus and Sprinklr Service, this is where we're positioning our offerings so enterprises can have a chance to truly turn a corner to revolutionize how they service customers. There's been a play and a ambition, right, to turn the contact center from a cost center or a cost center of operations to truly chasing down opportunities and making it a revenue center for the enterprise. And we believe that through harnessing AI and combining, right, again, our focused AI with generative AI through Sprinklr AI Plus, we can really achieve that ambition. So from a capability standpoint and a feature standpoint, we're beginning right in the middle of the agent customer experience. And that's, where the most importance is when customers are interacting with the brand. And so we're providing features that are already in limited availability to help agents craft those responses, like I mentioned, and extract specific data from knowledge base articles. Including more as well, like automating case summaries, all in AIM, so customer service centers can increase their efficiency and maximize their focus on what's most important, which is delivering a high quality engagement with their customers. Looking forward into the horizon, we have so many other features that involve seamless intent creation, chatbot experiences, live event innovation, and much, much more.
Excellent. Yeah, I think there's lots of really great stuff there. And I really love Sprinkler's ambition to, as you put it, to rethink the contact center experience. It speaks about contact centers differently, which I think a lot of, especially consumer focused brands will really appreciate in terms of, how static contact center experiences have been and the vision that you at Sprinkler are putting forward to change that, I think is an exemplary one. And I just want to maybe double down on the Sprinkler ambition message as a whole now. And I was hoping maybe if you could give us kind of a glimpse of how this launch of Sprinkler AI Plus aligns with Sprinkler's broader mission and vision for the future of customer experience management.
Great question. We've been talking and committed to about our vision for unified CXM, right, or unified customer experience management, and we've been building on that for more than a decade at Sprinklr. So Sprinklr AI Plus essentially is just another important step to deliver upon that unified CXM platform and that vision, because the unified CXM platform is underpinned by leading AI. I also think it's worth mentioning that in today's hardened market, we see that all of our customers need to be both more efficient while also providing a more tailored experience for their customers than ever before. That's an incredibly tough and demanding challenge. And so with Sprinklr AI Plus, where our aim is to unify the best of both worlds, both our in-house AI with generative AI, to deliver the paradigm that's truly needed to meet the challenge that our customers around the world are facing today.
Excellent. And then, if I think maybe the final question I'll put to you on the back of that is kind of where can you direct our audience who want to learn maybe a little bit more about Sprinkler's AI Plus and wider Sprinkler ambitions?
Yeah, definitely. You can go to our website, so www.sprinkler.com, and there you can learn more.
Excellent. Well, I think that's a great place maybe to end today's chat, but it's been a very enlightening conversation. So thank you very much for joining me today, buddy.
Thanks. I appreciate it, Charlie.